Praise the Lord. According to 1 year Bible reading plan day 130, we have Nehemiah chapters 10 to 11. Nehemiah chapter 10. The first to sign was the governor, Nehemiah son of Hakaliah, and then Zedekiah signed. The following also signed: priests 10, Seraiah, Azariah, Jeremiah, Pashur, Amariah, Malkijah, Hattush, Shebaniah, Malach, Harim, Meremoth, Obadiah, Daniel, Ginethon, Baruch, Meshullam, Abijah, Mijamin, Maaziah, Bilgai, and Shemaiah. Levites 10, Jeshua son of Azaniah, Binoi of the clan of Henadad, Kadmiel, Shebaniah, Hodiah, Kelita, Peliah, Hanan, Micah, Rehob, Hashabiah, Zakur, Sherebiah, Shebaniah, Hodiah, Bani, and Beninu. Leaders of the people 10, Parosh, Pahath Moab, Alam, Zatu, Bani, Buni, Azgad Bebai, Adonijah, Bigwai, Adon, Ater, Hezekiah, Azur, Hodiah, Hashim, Bezai, Harif, Anathoth, Nebai, Magpiash, Meshullam, Hezer, Meshezabel, Zadok, Jaddua, Pelatiah, Hanan, Anaiah, Hoshea, Hananiah, Hashub, Halorhesh, Bilhah, Shobek, Rehum, Hashabnah, Maseh, Ahiah, Hanan, Anan, Malach, Harim, and Bana. We the people of Israel, the priests, the Levites, the temple guards, the temple musicians, the temple workers, and all others who in obedience to God's law have separated themselves from the foreigners living in our land. We, together with our wives and all our children old enough to understand, do hereby join with our leaders in an oath, under penalty of a curse if we break it, that we will live according to God's law, which God gave through his servant Moses, that we will obey all that the Lord our God commands us, and that we will keep all his laws and requirements. We will not intermarry with the foreigners living in our land. If foreigners bring grain or anything else to sell to us on the Sabbath or any other holy day, we will not buy from them. Every 7th year we will not farm the land, and we will cancel all the debts. Every year we will each contribute 1/8 of an ounce of silver to help pay the expenses of the temple. We will provide for the temple worship the following: the sacred bread, the daily grain offering, the animals to be burnt each day as sacrifices, the sacred offerings for Sabbaths, new moon festivals, and other festivals, the other sacred festivals, the offerings to take away the sins of Israel, and anything else needed for the temple. We the people, priests and Levites, will draw lots each year to determine which clans are to provide wood to burn the sacrifices offered to the Lord our God, according to the requirements of the law. We will take to the temple each year an offering of the first grain we harvest, and of the first fruit that ripens on our trees. The firstborn to each of us we will take to the priest in the temple, and there, as required by the law, dedicate him to God. We will also dedicate the firstborn calf to each of our cows, and the first lamb or kid born to each of our sheep or goats. We will take to the priests in the temple the dough made from the first grain harvested each year, and our other offerings of wine, olive oil, and all kinds of fruit. We will take to the Levites who collect tithes in our farming villages, the tithes from the crops that grow on our land. Priests who are descended from Aaron are to be with the Levites when tithes are collected, and for use in the temple. The Levites are to take the temple storerooms 1/10 of all the tithes they collect. The people of Israel and the Levites are to take the contributions of grain, wine, and olive oil to the storerooms where the utensils for the temple are kept, and where the priests who are on duty, the temple guards, and the members of the temple choir have their quarters. We will not neglect the house of our God. Nehemiah chapter 11. The leaders settled in Jerusalem, and the rest of the people drew lots to choose one family out of every 10 to go and live in the holy city of Jerusalem, while the rest were to live in the other cities and towns. The people praised anyone else who volunteered to live in Jerusalem. In the other towns and cities, the people of Israel, the priests, the Levites, the temple workers, and the descendants of Solomon's servants lived on their own property in their own towns. The following is a list of the leading citizens of the province of Judah who lived in Jerusalem, members of the tribe of Judah. Asaiah, the son of Uzziah and grandson of Zechariah. His other ancestors included Amariah, Shephatiah, and Mahalalel, descendants of Judah's son Perez. Maaseiah, the son of Baruch and grandson of Kolhose. His other ancestors included Haziah, Adaiah, Joarib, and Zechariah, the descendants of Judah's son Shelah. Of the descendants of Perez, 468 outstanding soldiers lived in Jerusalem. Members of the tribe of Benjamin, Salu, the son of Meshullam and grandson of Joed. His other ancestors included Pedaiah, Kolaiah, Maaseiah, Ithiel, and Jeshiah, Gabai, and Salai, close relatives of Salu. In all, 928 Benjaminites lived in Jerusalem. Joel, son of Zichri, was their leader, and Judah, son of Hassanu, was the second-ranking official in the city. Priests, Jedaiah, son of Joarib and Jachin, Sariah, the son of Hilkiah and grandson of Meshullam. His ancestors included Zadok, Meraiot, and Ahitub, who was the high priest. In all, 822 members of this clan served in the temple. Adai, the son of Jehoram and grandson of Pelaliah. His ancestors included Amzi, Zechariah, Pashur, and Malchijah. In all, 242 members of his clan were heads of families. Amashai, the son of Azarel and grandson of Ahzai. His ancestors included Meshillemoth and Immer. There were 128 members of this clan who were outstanding soldiers. Their leader was Zabdiel, a member of the leading family. Levites, Shemaiah, the son of Hashib and grandson of Azrikam. His ancestors included Hashabiah and Bani. Shabbetai and Jozabad, prominent Levites in charge of the work outside the temple. Mattaniah, the son of Micah and grandson of Zabdi, a descendant of Asaph. He led the temple choir in singing the prayer of thanksgiving. Bagbukiah, who was Mattaniah's assistant. Abda, the son of Shamu and grandson of Kalal, a descendant of Jethun. In all, 284 Levites lived in the holy city of Jerusalem. Temple guards, Akub, Talmon, and their relatives, 172 in all. The rest of the people of Israel and the remaining priests and Levites lived on their own property in the other cities and towns of Judah. The temple workers lived in the part of Jerusalem called Ophel and worked under the supervision of Ziha and Gishpa. The supervisor of the Levites who lived in Jerusalem was Uzi, the son of Bani and grandson of Hashabiah. His ancestors included Mattaniah and Micah, and he belonged to the clan of Asaph, the clan that was responsible for the music in the temple services. There were regulations stating how the clans should take turns in leading the temple music each day. Pethahiah, son of Meshezabel of the clan of Zerah and the tribe of Judah represented people of Israel at the Persian court. Many of the people lived in towns near their farms. Those who were of the tribe of Judah lived in Kiriath Arba, Dibon, and Jekabzeel, and in the villages near these cities. They also lived in the cities of Jeshua, Molada, Bethpelet, and Hazar Shual, and in Beersheba and the villages around it. They lived in the city of Ziklag, and Mechonah and its villages, in Enrimmon, in Zorah, in Jarmuth, in Zanoah, in Adullam, and in the villages near these towns. They lived in Lachish on the farms nearby, and in Azekah and its villages. That is to say, the people of Judah lived in the territory between Beersheba in the south and Hinnom Valley in the north. The people of the tribe of Benjamin lived in Geba, Michmash, Ai, Bethel and the nearby villages, Anathoth, Nob, Ananiah, Hazar, Ramah, Getaim, Hadid, Zeboim, Nebalat, Lod, and Ono, and in Craftsman's Valley. Some groups of Levites that had lived in the territory of Judah were assigned to live with the people of Benjamin. May the Lord bless us abundantly, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.